Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the continuation of our series. We get over 700 audios available for your listening pleasure on a variety of topics. And today we're going to continue our life lesson series. I think this is number 10 or 11, something like that. These are really just very simple approaches to common life issues. If you are looking for a life relationship or business coaching, would love to be of help to you in that way. I've worked with over 15,000 people over the last 14 years. Would love to be of service to you in some way in the not too distant future if that's something that you need. So feel free to reach out either in the About Me section of this YouTube page or in the on Twitter at PO Perception. Anyway, so if you truly want to kind of master life lessons, then you can look at mastery. So master the things that matter to you most. Whether it be a hobby, whether it be a skill that you can use to make money, whether it be speaking in public because you want to influence others, or because you want to make better friends, whether it be mastering active listening. Even if you only have one or two things you've mastered in life, then at least then you have those things to fall back on that you can kind of go into autopilot on when you're stuck. Now, obviously, having some things that you've mastered that can at least draw you some revenue is a good idea, but it's also important to master things that bring you joy. So, if you're a master at knowing how to predict the outcome of a basketball game, or how to play Dungeons and Dragons, or whatever the case may be, whatever your mastery is in, you will find joy through having a sense of mastery in something. And once you've mastered one thing, move on to another. Life is a choose-your-own-adventure sort of experience, so what you master now doesn't mean you have to be committed to it completely for later. And your evolution of mastery is, not in concurrent, so what you're good at now, what you're focused on now, doesn't need to be what you're focused on, in a good way. So, that's useful there. So the next thing to consider is dreams. Have them and experience them. This is both literal in the sense of having sensory experiences when you're sleeping, but also have dreams, have goals and aspirations that are larger than yourself. Have things that really matter to you so you understand the value of what you're doing. Understand your connectivity to being able to co-create through the dream state and then bring it into the waking world. And your ability to do that doesn't have to be perfect every time, so it's important to begin to look at yourself as capable of doing that in a meaningful way. The next thing to consider in the mastery or the life lessons thing is develop a system of how you wake up in the morning, a system of how you interact with people, meaning certain questions you may ask or certain subjects that you avoid, or just understand how interacting can lead you where you truly want to go versus where you think you should want to go. This is super important and oftentimes quite helpful for your overall growth, development, and happiness. The next thing is to consider understanding that it is useful to have a way to develop your talents. Now, developing your talents means putting yourself out there in the land of being kind of caught off guard or uncomfortable for a little while. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to do everything immediately, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to know everything you're going to do, but develop your talents. Spend time doing things that make you feel better about your future. Spend time doing things that are going to give you life experiences you couldn't have any other way, and develop the things that make you happy, healthy, and well. And then the last thing is remain present in all things. Present moment mindedness is one of the most important things that you can do to get your life to have the maximum amount of meaning. It doesn't necessarily mean that you ultimately are not, ever to think about the past and reflect or think about the future and try to move forward. But the more present moment minded you are, the more power you give yourself to achieve your goals both in the medium, long, and short term. Hopefully, this is helpful. Join us again in another part of our series. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.